Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Socially Distant, where if your grandparents call you this week, I swear to God, you better pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I am your host, Alex Weber, and as always, the sensuous, the voluptuous, the hedonistic,
Granny apple fritter.
all right, Granny Apple Fritter.
Spelt Richioliver, pronounced Granny apple fritter.
Is that from an old world Southern family kind of thing?
Yeah, that's Albanian.
Ah, interesting.
So,
interesting.
Old world. Yep, that's a family name.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
Granny, that's my first name.
we also actually let's get some housekeeping shit out of the way real quick. We're
Perfect.
now on Facebook, which is exciting.
Yay, like us.
Richie hooked us up with
Eat our asses virtually.
Richie hooked us up with that, so I don't know what we're gonna do with it,
Yay.
but it's there. We're gonna be switching over to having all of our stuff on YouTube, but in order to do that, I have to
Hooray.
take all the audio and then turn it into a video file with the album cover, and I just need like a Saturday to do that. So probably by the weekend, this episode will go up
Amen.
on YouTube because we're out of SoundCloud storage.
Hooray.
So that's happening, so that's pretty cool.
You're doing good, my friend. You're doing good. I'm your father, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. The lost episode, the fabled lost episode.
Now go get laid. Your mom's telling me you're a virgin.
The fabled lost episode is coming soon.
The fabled lost episode.
Yeah.
What happened on that last episode?
A whole lot of weird shit happened on that episode.
Oh,
that was like a
yeah,
a
whole lot of
30-minute. We didn't have a script. We were just going for it.
Yeah, well, we never have a script. What are you talking about? This is an improv comedy-based, coronavirus-influenced podcast.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that do this. It's 2020. Why?
We're definitely not the only people. Like, when I was hiking the other day, I passed by some people, and I swear to God, they were starting about talking a podcast.
Oh man,
But
that sucks.
We
I love Boston, don't you?
Yeah, we got it on the forefront. We're fingering the pulse.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, now we have a special guest.
We do
with us today.
So,
Yep.
first guest of the show. This is the
Mhm.
first time that I've ever spoken to him verbally, but I do consider him a good.
Yes.
I do consider him a good friend. We have
also, yeah, he's
um,
also my son.
yes, I believe he is also my dad, or I'm his dad. I really don't know, but today on the show we're joined by Cody Okonski, who
Hooray!
is a
Hi.
musician, a man, and the brain the brains behind a little brass emo band called Millington, who I happen to be a very big
Ska
fan.
What's
Punk
up?
for
What's
life.
up?
Yeah, so Ska Punk. We got Ska Punk Cody in the house, and we got.
How are you
me.
today, Cody?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling symptom free.
Good.
Uh,
Are you saying you're feeling symptom-free?
symptom free. Oh, yeah, right.
I love ton-free. I would say I'm a simp for him, too.
See, you might have to explain what that word actually means to me later, because there's a lot of different explanations on Urban Dictionary, and I'm not sure which is the right one.
We need a
Same for,
factual news
cuck.
source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also,
Yeah, no,
real
strangely,
quick,
Webster's is the Webster Dictionary is the right one when it comes to simp.
well,
really?
I'm
No, I have no idea.
Just Webster Dictionary, simp is just like a picture of someone just pointing at you.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Great.
it's like
that
how
works.
to ruin your day in 2 minutes.
Just like, oh, hey. Aw.
Ah.
Man. Real quick, could you return that J45? I think I left it in your room.
Oh yeah, this one right behind me.
No,
Yeah, I was wondering
that's-
whose it was,
yeah.
but yeah.
That's
no, I
the
got
name
you,
of my
dude.
vibrator. He's purple. I name him J45.
Oh my god, that's next level stuff right there.
yeah.
Amen.
So some people, I don't know how many people actually listen to this damn thing, but some of those who are listening may not be as acquainted with Millington as Richie and myself are. So Cody, you want to just give a
Sure.
quick little elevator pitch about what you guys are all about?
So basically, it was like We're like a ska band at the end of the day, but we started in 2018, and basically I recorded the entire album, minus one or two instruments on a couple songs, and then we after that the band got I looked out and I got performers and stuff to play live and stuff. So now we're actually like a real band and not just me in my mom's basement. I mean, I am still here in my mom's basement, but I have friends now, so there's that. And then now we're just kind of like we're taking the ball and rolling with it, and there's a lot of people from the ska and the pop punk community that seem to be into our stuff, which is awesome. And we're going with that. You know what I mean? We're just keeping it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you gotta. It's super cool.
Awesome.
I found Millington. They came into my Discover Weekly on Valentine's Day of 2018, I believe. No, 2019. One of the two. Yeah.
Was it J45 or was it Cold in the City?
I don't remember. It might have been Cold in the City.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, these guys are pretty cool. Let's see how much music they have on Spotify. Cool. And it was like
an
EP and then a single.
Right, we were just out. Yeah.
I hit up them, who I didn't know was Cody, because I didn't know it was one person. Right. I didn't know it was one person, really.
Right. Everyone's like, I'm not sure who I'm talking to, and it's like, well, I haven't given the password to anybody else, so you're talking to me. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So, I had hit them up.
Yeah, I was also introduced.
I had hit them up on
the same way.
Richie. Let me talk. God damn it.
Weber, you talk when Daddy's not.
Hey,
all right?
Look who's talking now. Me.
Is that the talking stick that you're holding?
So I just hit them up on
What's that?
Instagram and was like, hey, dig your stuff. And they were like, thanks. And here we are, over a year later, still digging them.
I remember it vividly.
I learned about Millington
yes, please, Richie.
through your Twitter, Alex. You tweeted about them, and I was like, oh, these guys look cool. I'll give them a shot. And then I listened to your first album EP. The one with the M, Millington. I really enjoy your sound. I'm a big fan of like very early ska and very like early sort of that 70s punk ska moment, like Selector, stuff like that, old stuff like that, Skinhead Moonstomp, stuff like that. So and
like that's not super mainstream kind of thing, or
kind of a little bit more out of it. But I really liked your guys' sound. I think you guys have a really cool sound. And I enjoy it a lot. I'd say one of my favorites to hear is, I think, the last song on your album, which was, I believe, Brightside.
Ooh.
That's not the last song. Crossroads is the last song, but Brightside is like the fastest one, yeah.
Brightside's a
good
one.
That's right, yep. And that one's also your, I believe, was that one your, the one that's listed on Spotify, secret hidden bonus track?
Oh, so that is Crossroads. It's the last song on the album.
That's,
and then
right.
There's like the 8-bit version of that. So, yeah, so that I mean, that's kind of like the fan favorite. It seems like that never got on like a playlist or anything because I didn't think it was gonna go over as well as it did. But like in terms of songs that like people found that they really dug that we weren't pushing, like, that's like the one for sure. And everybody live is like play that song. So.
Oh, that's awesome. The little chip.
But I gotta ask Richie. So right around that time when you saw, the tweet, is that when you sent me that first DM? I can't remember what it was, but it was like overly vile. It was like something about a chode or like a gooch or something. that was like the first thing I ever heard from you.
Yep, I said so. What happened was I followed you, and you actually gave me a follow back. And I said, I can't fuck this up. Oh, so the only ever thing that I sent you was, hey, no offense, you circumcised?
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, it was no something. No offense to you, but do you appreciate there's a niche Eric Andre joke that people get? And then...
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I think of it, like at first, like, because the thing is when I'm in band mode and I'm doing like the socials and stuff, when it comes to people I don't really know, I try to keep it like clean over the top. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
But I do watch Eric Andre, and if I was in like, if I knew who you were, I'd be like, oh, that's hilarious. You know what I mean? But like I was like what, like I represent 5 other dudes, like or 4 other dudes, and I gotta like, how many people were there? 3 other people? I don't never know.
Who knows, man?
It's the corona's getting to my brain.
Honestly, same. We've been talking about our suffering of cabin fever. I haven't left my house in about a week.
Yeah.
So I'm just in isolation. I'm a little isolation cuck. What about you, Alex? Are you a little isolation cuck?
Totally. Even though
don't be shy, kitten.
I'm starting to like even out. Like I'm cool with just sitting around.
You hit like a plateau,
which is terrifying because it's like I don't want to be used to sitting here doing nothing, but it's kind of got to let it be for a little bit.
Exactly.
You know what's crazy though is like I don't actually leave the house often. Like I'm a pretty like agoraphobic person, and I don't like going out. Like if I do go out, it's not for long, and I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's weird for a band guy to be like that, but basically, I think just because of the social like push about like, you know, like I don't leave the house any more than normal, but like now that everyone's sad about it, I'm sad about it too. You know what I mean? It's like weird.
You've taken it on. You've taken it on by proxy.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you definitely say you're more of a homebody.
Oh yeah.
Just
big
as a
time.
person.
Yes,
Oh,
I think to my own detriment, big time. But you know, it's had its advantages in a sense. Like I've built a studio in that regard. But you know, if we ever tour, it'll be because I got a really good talking to from somebody motivational or something. Because like it you know, like it needs to happen. But it's, well, I mean, I don't want to talk about touring because people are just gonna get upset. Be like, oh man, we can't go to shows lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Millington
like
has played some shows in the past.
Yeah.
haven't they? And you'd say they've gone pretty well. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get to one, but
Right.
Because we're both in we're a little Mass piss boys.
Well, we haven't done Mass or Connecticut yet. Though that was like the next spot. Like literally like. You know, I do procrastinate, but like literally in my book of like things to do for the day, I was like like before this all was happening, I was like book shows, like Mass, big, like lots of circles around Mass because my brother lives in Massachusetts in Boston, so like,
nice.
It would be easy to like do everything there. And then like Connecticut, like we played my old bands have played shows in Connecticut and stuff. So, those are two like really spots that we like highly desirable want to go to, but it just
in due time.
If I had a booking agent or just someone to kick my ass, I think you'd be seeing a lot more of me. So.
Yeah, that's how I feel personally. Like, not a lot of like my personal projects I've gotten done without some external force that just gives me like an extra kick just to finish it, or even just to start. Absolutely. So I mean, like I have an album that I'm sitting on for like a year, and I'm like, I need someone else to just like pick me up,
make me feel bad enough about not putting this out or something. I don't know. I guess you're saying
dominate me verbally. And then just push me into the world through like a bar window.
Right.
That's one experience I've always wanted to have. Is just like I want to be thrown through a bar window. Just.
Oh, okay. There you go. I mean, that, goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Richie,
if we shoot more stuff in Boston, that might happen.
Yeah, for sure. What's the album you're working on, Richie?
Oh yeah, I'm currently working on an album called it's called The Many Crimes of Jack McBree.
Oh yeah,
and other folk songs. Oh yeah, Jack McBree is like a kind of like a folk hero persona that I created, and throughout the album you're gonna follow his life in 3 different songs, and then around it's gonna be other folk songs that I've written, blues stuff, very like acoustic sounding, very Bob Dylan inspired, very much like I just read On the Road, and I'm just started reading Big Sur by Kerouac. So I've been really getting into the Beats generation and like going out in nature and transcendentalism and stuff. So that's also kind of playing in to my writing. But yeah, I am actually really excited for in 2 days coming up. Cody, if you want to tell our listeners about that coming up, a little Millington release coming up.
Yeah. So in 2 days from right now, or perhaps it's tomorrow, depending on when the podcast comes out.
Yeah,
but on Friday the 27th, we have a single called Misery coming out, and we're like super stoked on it because it's been like forever since we put music. I mean, in my mind, because I'm used to like single, just like keep giving people like music, but like, the band convinced me to do an EP, so we've been holding back on it a little bit, but now there's going to be a single that's going to be just a few weeks out from the album, which we haven't announced the release date of the album yet, but it's not far off.
Cool.
So,
ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
That's kind of like, that's kind of exclusive info right, for this podcast right there. You know what I mean? We're all really, really excited about it. The thing is, like, we were gonna shoot a music video this weekend for it and everything. Like it's like back to the Corona. We're all making our own fun and whatnot, and I'm finding like alternative things to do, like streams and stuff like that. But we were gonna do a music video for Misery. It might turn into like, oh, now we're gonna do a music video for a different song now. But who knows? We're taking the ball and rolling with it. Maybe we'll do like everybody shoots something on their iPhone. Like put together a music video. Or, I don't know. We'll do something crazy. But.
This is misery. You smile brighter in a memory, but you're still haunting me. The last thing that you said stuck on repeat, and I can hear it in my sleep. But this time it was answering.
Didn't Maroon 5 just do like a music video where they record it like on Snapchat with filters, and like it just shows up as like a tiny little like sliver
Oh
people's
yeah, I
screens
mean that
and
sounds
TVs
like
and-
something they would do, like Snapchat, like pay them a shitload
Oh,
of money or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that's back when I worked at Journeys.
I'll have to
repping
find
the
that and watch
Journeys
it out
there.
of spite.
I was the most like not Journeys person to work
Right,
there. Like
right.
everybody who worked at Journeys was like, I skate, I'm wicked cool, and I'm like, hey guys, I learned a new show tune.
Oh my
like
god.
my
I
dream
think
role
show
is
tunes
Jesus.
is the most
at Jesus Christ Superstar.
anti-Journeys thing I could think of. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like-
I'd show up in like plaid shorts and boat shoes, and I'd be like, what's up guys? I learned a show tune.
Richie,
Who wants
That's
to hear
awesome.
my cover of Jesus Christ Superstar? Which also, lo and behold, look at this. Look what I found on
There
vinyl.
it is. Oh, it just happened to
Jesus
be sitting right
Christ
next to you.
Superstar. Double LP, boys.
It's like you planned on talking about it.
yeah, was that plan, Richie?
Well, I mean,
He's
I
got all
said
his
show
props
tune, and
next to his feet.
right, yeah.
all right, Richie,
I'm just a low rent carrot top.
real quick. You reminded me of this
Yes.
before. I meant to tell you about it.
Hmm.
Have you ever heard of the Steve Allen Show? I believe it's from the 60s. It's like a late night show.
I've never heard of the Steve Allen Show. No.
Okay, so
Is that the one where that Joaquin Phoenix was on and he shot De Niro?
yeah, tag your spoilers for Joker. So
Dude, I'll fucking spoil Joker. I hate
Okay,
that movie.
okay,
I don't like it.
I get it. So I was watching Stephen Colbert doing his
Okay.
no audience rehearsal thing, and I
Mhm.
watched clips of it like a week and a half ago and was like, this is fucking crazy. Stephen Colbert looks like he's out of his mind because it's just like an empty room. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And
Mhm.
he was talking to one of his band, like one of the house band members, and he was
Mhm.
telling about this thing, about the Steve Allen Show. And again, like late night show from the 60s or like talk show from the 60s or whatever. And he had Kerouac on the show to read, I believe it's from On the Road. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
He reads like a part of On the Road.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
While
I have to see that. Is
Steve-
there like a recording of this online?
Yeah, and it's while Steve Allen, who's the host, just plays like jazz piano behind it. It is so freaking cool.
I have to listen to that.
I'll
Yeah,
send
I
it over
love
to you now.
Jack Kerouac. I have his book. Yeah, actually, right over here. Next to The Iceman Cometh and James Joyce's The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man. Because I'm a little basic literature boy who only got his bachelor's in English, even though he didn't spend $100,000. That's a John Mulaney joke also. I'm pulling it wacky, dude. I'm losing my goddamn mind today. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah,
but
we've been all
I'm
losing our minds a
losing
little
my
bit.
mind.
But back to Cody.
Yes,
about me?
back to Cody.
Oh,
So
hey.
Cody, like you said,
up?
EP album's not far out. Haven't
Right.
released any music off of it, but what you have been
No.
doing is you've been posting a lot of snippets on Instagram stories.
Yeah. I'm kind of like notorious for that. I mean, I the thing is like, I think a lot of artists probably either can't do it or don't do it because there's like, they have record labels
Yeah,
and they
there's
have
a lot of
people that
red
are like,
tape.
no, we're gonna make everything about this like very like choreographed. I don't know,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Yeah, that's a good
So,
word. Yeah, I that's a good
yeah,
word.
I guess you know what I mean. You know, we don't have a label. I mean, we've heard from a couple, but basically, as of right now, we don't have a label. And because of that, I'm like, oh, like I just kind of want to, especially because I don't go out a lot, I don't play out a lot, even though I should. But I want to bring people into the studio with me because I think that kind of gives them a sense of like community and like I'm not hiding anything. Like check out when I like. And plus, you know, I need the validation. You know what I mean? Like, like if when people send a fire emoji, it really makes my day. So, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that, especially us, like, in more independent. I'm very just independent. I'm very underground. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's underground, and there's indie underground, the Underground Railroad. I'm under that railroad. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Okay,
it's-
you live under the underground.
Yeah.
I'm like in the cartoon is like when they're panning underground.
Right,
I'm
and they're
where,
showing
like,
the layers of like
T-Rexes-
bedrock and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm where the T-Rex is. Like
Right,
that's
right.
where I am.
Next to the
Yep.
skeleton.
Richie's
awesome.
That's what he's trying
Oh
to say.
my god,
I'm-
that's a good
yeah, I'm
genre. Yeah. that
Post
sounds- that
subterranean.
sounds-
Subterranean.
Yeah, I just came
Yeah.
up with that one.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Coin
really
that.
like the little snippets because it's not like it spoils a whole song. Like it's like 10 seconds of a song, And
Right. And part of me feels like, oh, like these people will have heard it before, but I don't honestly. I think that when the song comes out, it'll be just as well received, if not better, because like it's like, oh, that's that song I kept hearing, that like that one section that I really like, that this is from this song. You know what I mean? Like, so I think like nobody's actually given me a hard time about that, or for obviously, I'd hope they wouldn't, and they haven't, but nobody said that's maybe you don't do that as much. You know what I mean? So even like my more professional like music friends are like, have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah,
So
because again, it's keeping everyone enticed, and I'm always hyped when I hear it. And then you get to hear those little parts in the full context when the song comes out, and so the excitement's
totally.
definitely still there.
Yeah, so kids, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, no, feel free.
What is your fan base anyway? Like, what is your demographic?
I really don't know. We got a couple friends who are all in the same age range.
My dad.
My dad.
My dad. People. I'd say like kite flyers.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're pretty popular with them. Yeah.
Sunday drivers.
Oh.
Midnight riders. What? How about you? Would you say? Well, yeah. I listen to our podcast while I work.
Yeah.
So it's also like helping me out there to also get to hear it, and it's very, very self-indulgent. But hey, it's quarantine. What else are you gonna do?
When I used to work at Guitar Center, I worked in the back, and I would do shipping and stuff like that, and they let me use like the radio and stuff like that. And I probably seemed like the most involved piece of shit, because I would just listen to this. Like I was working on Cold in the City at the time, and I probably listened to that song like 60 times a day, like fucking crazy on repeat, like for like an 8-hour shift, like almost nonstop. You know what I mean? And then I was just making sure that it was good, but at a certain, like I was trying to like get hyped and I don't. It was weird for sure.
No, I actually totally get that. I have to listen to myself play like a new song I'm working on so many times. First of all, for memory, so I can like not have, if I ever go out and play it live, and play like restaurants or like a little bar or something. I don't need lyrics in front of me or something.
Like it couldn't possibly go wrong with how many times you've heard it.
Exactly. One of my favorite older like 70s musicians, Jackson Browne, that whole country genre. He would I watched a documentary actually on the Eagles. The Eagles documentary is like 3 hours long, and they lived in the apartment underneath Jackson Browne in like this 2-apartment house, and starting at like 8 in the morning until like 8 p.m. at night, when Jackson was working on a song, he would play like a snippet or like just like 8 bars of a song for like hours.
Oh yeah,
So it was in tune and like get it right, and I wish I had that. I wish I had the work ethic,
and like
to
and
do
the like
that.
attention to detail and like the just like the attention span, right? I mean, yeah.
It definitely spawns or goes deeper than just music though, because whenever I do like a video or something, or like work on a video project, I will watch that fucking thing 40 times just to like make sure everything's cool, and then like, because I'm still riding the hype wave, I'm like I'll watch it a couple more times just to like pump myself up.
Totally.
So I definitely feel that.
How many times did we get people to watch Herb Lorraine before you submitted it for a grade?
Oh
Like
my
a bunch.
God,
Like we
so
sat and like
freaking
just.
many.
Did you get a good grade on that, by the way?
Oh, absolutely. That video really that did some shit.
Yeah, that was a really fun time, and I look forward to shooting the sequel.
It was
so.
my Citizen Kane.
Whenever we get the chance.
You should like still submit the sequel even though you're not at school anymore.
I totally
Just
should.
Like,
I totally
to the teacher,
could too.
what would you grade this?
She's like, hey man, give me your syllabus. I'm gonna submit. I'm gonna
Yeah,
submit
what are the
projects.
requirements?
Yeah, I'm happy. My brother actually got one of his films submitted to a local film festival like beginning of February, which is really cool to go see that.
That's
Weird
sick.
local film festival at Somerville, Massachusetts, for little people out there. If you want to get a little free clout on this little tiny podcast.
Somerville,
we said-
Somerville.
We said no free clout on like episode 1.
No, dude, we're a podcast for the people. We have to give away free clout all the
We
time.
have paid ads, but we pay ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh
Right?
yeah, that's right. I mean,
It's always
at
fu-
first I thought it was for your own thing. You said it was for your brother, right?
Yeah, he so my brother's an animator, and so he's currently actually like downstairs right now working on his senior film and his big animated I don't know if it's his opus so far, but yeah, he got a short film that he worked with a poet from New Bedford, Mass. and they actually both went up and presented it on that day. It was really cool. It's in this weird like warehouse in like down an alleyway. Like it was like as Boston as you can get,
Oh, I bet.
like Boston
Right.
art scene. They only had two drinks at their bar, a Narragansetts, and they called it the tequila drink, and it was Espolón and pamplemousse, like not LaCroix, so like grapefruit seltzer.
Oh.
And it was one of the worst things I've had. And I still sat. I had to drink that whole thing.
That's weird because there is a really good drink that I was actually just talking with a friend about it because I had made one for them recently, and I was just watching a video and it showed up, and it's tequila, grapefruit soda, and I think lime juice, and it's super super good. So
Not
Ooh,
bad.
see, I would do a grapefruit soda, but not like a seltzer. Like,
no, that's
I
what
need
it's
like
supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
I
a
need, I
soda.
need it
Yeah.
to feel like it's hurting me more. Like
Right,
my
yeah,
insides.
seltzer feels like it's like what it's like this diet drink, you know what I mean? Like it feels
Yeah.
like, even if it's not, it just feels like, I mean it probably is, but like I don't know. I need a full-bodied, you know what I mean? Like
a
this
full-bodied
water doesn't have
soda.
enough.
None of this watered
Yeah.
Yeah,
down.
this is like a great full body taste. You can really taste the yellow 45.
Yeah.
And,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I heard this great thing about LaCroix. The flavor of LaCroix is if someone drank seltzer and in another room, 2 rooms away, someone just yelled the name of a fruit. Like that's the flavor of LaCroix, and they're not wrong.
Like,
I
you're
do
imagining
enjoy
the
it,
flavor.
but
That's
I
funny.
mean, I'd much rather have like thick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
like a
Coca-Cola
syrup.
thick boy.
Like maple syrup. Like just like consistency.
That's, excuse me, can I get a sambuca shot and
Right.
a sidecar of maple syrup?
Right, yeah, like but that's gonna be like the thickness you want, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Exactly.
You like some
Like I walk
thick-
into a bar, can I get a rum and coke, but instead of rum, can I get pee? Like it just doesn't really work. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I don't see the connection, but if you wanted
Right.
to drink that, I wouldn't judge you.
Right. Yeah. Quarantine's hitting me hard, buddy. I'm about to risk it all
Right.
for these Lego minifigures around. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
you got
about to
Legos?
risk it all for my headphones. Yeah. I mean, I don't like play with Lego. I build them and display.
My
them,
mom
but
only
I-
gets me Mega Blocks.
Yeah, actually, yeah, your mama buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos. No, but yeah, I collect all the Star Wars ones.
Oh, that's
so
what's up.
actually, on my desk next to me is the reissue of Slave One,
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Boba Fett's
Yeah.
ship with
That's
the little
nice.
turrets and that go, and he's actually sitting in there, which I think is pretty cool.
The fat
But yeah, so I
man.
just have him like just displayed everywhere. Like I have my Han Solo Millennium Falcon, my big walker.
Oh, you have the AT-AT?
Luke's- Yeah, the one from Last Jedi. So like the newer like
Oh,
armored,
right.
the new heavy assault ones.
Yeah, it's like AT-ET or something. They're always changing it up for branding.
AT&T.
Yeah,
AT&T.
AT&T.
So Cody, you're
Howard,
in
where you go
you're in New
today?
York, yeah?
I am in Schenectady. Or okay, like I'll tell you where I live. Like I'm not afraid you're gonna find me. But no, I'm in Niskayuna, New York, which is in Schenectady County, which is in upstate New York. So.
Do you remember
Hell
when
yeah,
we,
my boy Philip Seymour Hoffman with Schenectady. Let's go, boys.
Do you remember when
Oh yeah.
Cody? Remember when you and I had Twitter beef because I said that I hated the word Schenectady?
Oh yeah.
I forgot what I was
That's
looking
amazing.
through the other day, like literally within the last
Right.
48 hours, and I came across those tweets, and I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Nice. Yeah, a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not a great word. Kind of hard to. It's like kind of like the word Poughkeepsie. It's like unless you live there, nobody really knows how to say it.
Yeah.
I think like Schenectady or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, people could maybe figure it out, but even then, it's like it's not. I don't know. Not an ideal for pronunciating purposes.
Yeah. And
What
so
did they say?
out there in Schenectady,
Schenectady.
I want to do a little bit of a contrast because I'm within technically the city of Boston, even though I'm kind of out in the outskirts. What is
Are you in Boston County?
yeah, Boston County, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
What has been the sort of corona situation over by you? Are you by a lot of like densely populated areas, or are you sort of kind of out there?
So it's definitely suburban. I live in a kind of nice neighborhood. I mean, it's a nice suburban neighborhood, and while we don't have like a lot of, I don't want to say we don't have a lot of problems. Everybody's got problems, but like there's it's a pretty boring place in that regard. You know, there's not like a lot of crime or anything, but I mean, obviously it's on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
You know, like people aren't hugging each other, and like, you know, when people are going for walks now, instead of standing close together, you know, walking down the street, you know, they're all kind of. I haven't really left the house too much, so I don't really know too much. But I mean, I see what people post and stuff, and like, I mean, like, so I did go to Chipotle today. I did leave the house to go to Chipotle, and I'll admit it. You know, I was naughty. I went out to get some Chipotle. I was craving it, and at the Chipotle, well, I forgot my wallet, so I had to go home. And then, but luckily, when I was there, knowing that I didn't have my wallet, I saw on the sign that it was digital only, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." So I sent I ordered it online, and like, whereas last week you could order it and take it out, you couldn't eat in the restaurant. This week you couldn't even get halfway up to the counter. Like they just set the food up for like the delivery drivers and the takeout people, and they like had to fill the drink for you. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. And it's like, oh, like, yep, all right, I better not be outside. You know, like I know that I'm not supposed to be out, and I haven't really been out at all. But you know, like it was just like drove the point home that like, oh yeah, this is the new reality right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like again, I don't leave the house often, so like I don't really feel too affected. But like seeing that, I was like, oh yeah, like if this got worse, it would be scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
Exactly. I have a little game that I want to play with you, Cody. Because we were talking a little bit earlier about how like it's kind of hard to pronounce Schenectady and how it's kind of do this. Massachusetts is known for having towns and cities that are very hard to pronounce. So I thought I would test you and see if you can maybe get some pronunciations of some of these. So I'll hold them up to the camera. I put them on my phone.
Okay, I was going to say, are you just going to say it and I have to try to say it back?
Right? Yeah. Name this one. Right? And stuff like that. No, but so here's the first one.
So that is just a picture of a naked man. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
I love how
What do you
Richie
think?
looks.
First off, what do you think?
Because
Second,
the video is not being saved, right? So they won't know.
No.
No, yeah.
Leicester.
Close. This is actually pronounced Leicester.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Weird
Yep.
state, guys.
Yep. A lot of these are from like old English. So,
Oh, okay, like first or second English or whatever.
I was
exactly. Now, kind of going back on the kind of rules of that last word, if you kind of get what I'm saying about it. How would you pronounce this?
So that is a second penis that I'm seeing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Would you?
I mean, you
would
keep
want
showing me
to
your
name
phone.
him- right? Would you want to name him King of the Girth?
I don't want to name anything.
Perfect.
So that's so if the other one was Leicester, then that would lead me to believe that this is Gloucester.
You are very close. Gloucester, but Gloucester's also an appropriate thing there.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be
say.
shunned out of the town if I said that.
Right, exactly. How about something like that?
like the thing is like now with this logic, I would want to say like damn, you know.
Right,
but,
exactly. You'd want to, but this is
actually
gonna
just
be a little bit easier.
No. Deadham.
Close. It's Dedham. So a lot of HAMs they end Rainham, Dedham. I'd say stuff like Chatham. Stuff with that HM is very like a really close, just or something like that.
We have a Chatham, New York, yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's one that I think you'll probably get.
Stoughton.
Yep, Stoughton.
That's not what I said.
Right? Yeah, you got it. You got it. I'll give you that one. And
I don't think
there was
I got
one that
it.
I also had on my mind that
The first time I mispronounced that word in front of Richie, he was like, okay, so it's Stoughton, and you will not
Stoughton.
fuck it up further.
yeah, I said you'll not fuck it up in my car. That was that last one there.
Worcester.
Worcester, you got it. Yes.
I've played there before.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so you know Worcester. It's very much like as pronounced as like Worcestershire. Or
Yeah,
Worcestershire.
that's what I call it. Like so we played a show there I think it was at a college, my old band Uncle Joel's Comb. We played there, and like I did this shtick on stage, and I turned to the lead singer, and I was like, "Hey man," because I was like the guitar player, backup vocal, and I was like, "Hey man, like why don't you say the name of the town we're in?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's Worcester," and like everybody just started booing.
Oh my
I was
God.
like,
Yeah.
we knew how to say it too, which was awesome. So
One time,
Yeah, it's-
many moons ago, I was filling in on bass. This was when I was still in high school. For friend's band. I'll plug them. Nobody Yet. They're great. I miss you guys. Picked up like
what's the name of the band?
Nobody Yet. They're from Philly.
Nobody Yet.
Yeah, they're not really doing a
Nobody
lot.
Still.
Well, yeah, they're.
Oh, are they still
no.
together?
I was good. I'll give you that.
If they're still,
I
if they're
just
still
got
together, I
that
take
now.
that back.
I don't know.
I thought
think
you were
still
saying they weren't
exist.
together anymore.
I think they still exist as like a principal.
Okay.
But they got in like their van got totaled and they stopped. Like,
Oh, shit.
touring. But
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so I was playing a show, did one in Nyack, New York, actually, so over in Codyville, and then one up at the Middle East in Boston, so over in Ritchieville. And
Yep, over in Cambridge.
when we were driving, I think it was back from Massachusetts to drop me off in Connecticut. We were, because they're from Philly, so they have a different pronunciation of everything, and like I'm from Connecticut, so it's totally different. So we were just reading like highway signs, and it would get in these heated debates and be like, "That's really how you fucking say that word? Are you kidding me right now?"
Wait, how long ago was this?
Oh man, this was when I was like junior in high school, maybe senior in high school.
So, like 2013.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it was a minute. It
I
actually
thought you were
was
saying it
just-
was like long ago, and that's why I had assumed that they were not still together. So I formally apologize on this podcast, and I belittle myself in front of you.
I think
I regally prostrate myself to you,
yes,
sir.
yes.
I think you're good.
I will.
I think
Why
you'll
they don't
be
listen
fine.
to this podcast? They should.
They
Flipping on
should.
bass.
We're throwing out shout outs now, you know.
Yes, please guilt them into listening. We shall guilt you.
So
We'll make you king of the
The
girl.
headline's gonna be like lead singer of Millington, like outs says mean things about. I don't know.
It just says me things about a band that may or may not exist at this time. Was it Millington founder Cody Okonski? Was it like verbally abuses redacted?
Oh man,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
Make it as
redacted.
bad as possible. Look, I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm sorry. I've done bad things already. Now I've already been canceled.
Myself as well, my friend.
haven't we all? So Cody, I just realized you really have like the most stacked work from home life because that's already what you do. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, stacked is like,
Well,
yeah, it's
maybe-
stacked. I mean, you know, like I don't know. I have a shitload of stuff to do for sure. I'm not making money doing it really.
Yeah.
But I have a lot to do.
Well, I meant stacked in a way is that like you don't have to transition into it. Like I had to
No.
transition
Again, like
from-
my life is changed very, very little by this. I mean, like I you know, I'm there for my friends when they need to talk, and you know, like, but like again, like other than like not going to the store, you know, like I work really hard on the recordings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
and that's cool. And then a whole lot of Animal Crossing, I'd assume.
yes, a lot of Animal Crossing.
This episode's sponsored by Animal Crossing. Bring me the New Horizons.
Bring me the New
Nintendo, send me a
Horizons.
Switch.
Yeah, if anyone
Yeah.
wants to send me Animal Crossing New Horizons, that'd be cool. Yeah, I bought a Switch pre-quarantine. Like right before it happened, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it."
Amen. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna grab it.
Um,
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, and what else have I been playing? Assassin's Creed Origins. I really love those games. They're fun.
Sick.
That's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll throw out some Battlefront 2,
ooh,
Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one.
Oh yeah.
That's fun. I like.
Did you
doing
play the
that.
old one, like the PS2 one?
yo, I loved. the
I
old ones.
played the one that was on like PSP.
Oh.
Yo, those
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
original
I
PlayStation 2
I got-
Battlefronts
yeah.
are just like creme de la creme.
When I
That
had
was-
a PS2, I was still very young at the time. I mean, I'm only
Right.
23, turning 24 this year, so it's like I was very young. So like the only games that I really played on that were like family, like basically E. Like my parents were
Yeah.
very much into like the E, and then I think the first teen rated game I got was like Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which is one of my favorite games of all time. But then it's like, all right, so but I played a lot of like Sly Cooper and like so I never really played like a lot of like shooting games. Didn't really get into like shooting games until I got my PSP and was like, I'm gonna get SOCOM and I'm gonna get
Right.
yeah, like stuff like that. Like here's Call of Duty 2 on the PSP a port.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Yeah.
of course Richard was
I mean,
rocking a PSP.
when it comes to like first-person shooters, I mean, like that was like the only thing, you know, in like 2016, 2017, it was like that was like the only like in E3 and stuff, like that was what everyone was pushing, and like I've always just been more into like the Mario and the, you know what I mean, like the platformers and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going back
I
to
prefer,
that because like I played a lot of shooters. Richie, you know, I would play a lot of Battlefield in college.
Yep.
Lot of Battlefield. Holy shit! I was thinking about the other day. Oh my god! But now that I only have the Switch, and it feels more relaxing to just kind of like sit down and bust out some Mario Kart or something. So I'm definitely interested in getting back into like the Nintendo.
Are we friends on Switch or no?
We are. I remember that.
You have one of the more obvious names. Like sometimes it'll just be like that's the thing. Like because of like the low customability of it. Like I really know who half my friends are, even though like they really are my friends in real life. I just don't remember like they'll just be like it'll be like Nintendo 123 is their name. And you know, like kind of like that. And it's like like there's nothing discernible about this profile that can lead me to believe who's
who
thing this is. You know.
Yeah. I think my nickname is just Weber, so it's pretty.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So.
But so Misery is coming out Friday.
Misery is coming out Friday.
You excited for it?
The 27th of this very month. I'm excited about it. I'm ecstatic. It's been a while, and I think it's definitely different for sure. And I hope that it doesn't lead people to believe that our album is going to sound super different, because it is. It's kind of like, in my opinion, it's the best song, but it's also like the black sheep, because it's like it is way different than the other songs. You know, we have some ska songs on there. We have some songs that are like real close to like what we've been putting out, like University and J45 and stuff like that. They're similar to that. But this song is like slower and more modern, and like the whole brass emo genre that's kind of a joke. Like it totally applies to this song just because that's what it sounds like. It kind of sounds like the Cure meets like modern pop punk almost in a weird way.
Shit,
so.
you totally just sold me more than I was already sold.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I hope it lives up now. But yeah. So yeah, just super excited about it, and like I'll send it to you guys after this.
Cool, man.
So you can hear it
I'm
and just decide if you want to. Well, we'll talk about like a clip or something.
Yeah,
If you want to just like a little teaser.
I'm seeing your lyrics right now, and I'm really enjoying them.
Yes,
just
they're
quite
dark and dreary.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at that on Instagram, because Cody had posted those on the Millington at Millington band Millington
at Millington the band
on Instagram.
At Millington the band.
At Millington the band. This is the most high fidelity part of the whole podcast.
Really close to our microphones.
Go over Instagram, get a look at them boys, and see if you want to follow. Maybe send them a message. What do you want to hear from them? See their stories.
No, but
On Twitter, you can go to
I feel like he's trying to talk more clearly, but I understand way less of what he's saying.
And then you go on Twitter, you can get the band Milling Tweets. You can see when they tweet, when they mess with people, and they're doing little things where they don't want to like let you know what's happening. You know?
Yeah, so I will I'll translate
Something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
we got Millington the band on Instagram. Definitely give them a follow. Their stories are awesome. Woo! And then also at Milling Tweets on Twitter for some,
which is a great use of having a Twitter thing in your handle, which works great. And
it used to be Millington sucks.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which I was just really self-deprecating at the time, and like people were just like, you shouldn't talk badly about you. I mean, I still do for sure. Like I definitely talk bad about myself all the time because it's funny, but like just like I don't know. Milling tweets. Somebody that was smarter than I came out, like, pitched that, and I was like, that's the one. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna not be self-deprecating, then
It's got to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got some cool followers too. I think Herb Lorraine also follows you on there. He's a great guy.
yeah. Well, yeah. He's a guy.
That's certainly.
He's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, super stoked
good.
for Misery.
Yeah.
We were talking
Yeah.
about this a couple days ago. I think this was your last release was Ransom, your Pop Goes Punk cover.
Yeah, like classic Pop Goes Punk. Yeah. I think I was just like a couple weeks off with that because that song was really hot for like a long ass time, like
Yeah.
in the music world. And I was like, like I really got into it too late, and I like put the cover together, and like I wanted to do a video, so I just like it took too long, and just I think that if it hit while everyone was like looking it up, it might have done something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a fun cover, I think, but it's just like I think people were over the song
Yeah.
at that point. So
I definitely really enjoy it. I mean, I have a soft spot for Pop Goes Punk, like hardcore,
yeah,
but only when it's
there'll-
good.
There will be more.
So that was definitely good. I heard like the original song one day at work when I was at my last job, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what this song sounds like when it's not cool.
Oh, come on. That's what it sounds like with an electric guitar
Yeah.
and horns. So
Yeah, and real drums, right? Like, hey, this
there
is what
was
it
real
sounds
drums.
like.
Yeah, there was real drums.
Nice.
I think I didn't play bass because I thought I would just do like the program bass or whatever.
Yeah.
But like everything else was,
So yeah, Cody.
Unreal.
Oh, Millington.
It's me, Millington, the band,
Millington the band.
on Instagram.
How? Because
What's that?
your switch over from being just like releasing music to doing some live stuff. That's been like very very recent. How is that?
Yeah.
How
oh,
has
yeah.
that been taking Millington songs, from the studio to the stage?
Yeah, it's super awesome. Like especially like our first show, like a lot of people showed up to that, and I just had no idea what to expect. But that was really, really awesome. And like I want us to be like one of these bands that's like just like known for killing it live, and we're not like there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, like I get it. Like everybody has their own thing that they're doing right now, and if I had my way, I'd practice every day with them, and we would just be like this super tight unit. But I mean, we're not there yet. But it gives us something to reach for one day, and I think that'll be like a super rewarding thing. Like I went out and bought like the in-ear monitors, like right before. Again, like I was working at Guitar Center, I got like the like the discount for it, and started taking my voice really seriously instead of just like yelling or whatever. So like there's like little aspects of it, like part of me is like this because I did go to music school, so like so like the part that I got from music school was like to be like this serious musician that's like put a lot of money into like being this practiced person, but then like it's like it is punk rock music, and it's like like parts of it are like don't need to be like this like world-class performance, but
Yeah, like if you got more than 3 chords, you're doing something wrong.
right
punk,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
we're usually capping out around 4, but
Right? Yeah. Same here. I'm usually like a 3-4 chord person.
yeah.
I'm trying to learn some stuff from like listening to like Herbie Hancock and stuff, like with his
Ooh, yeah.
a lot of chromaticism. Yeah,
There
They're
we
doing stuff
go.
like that, and like
I agreed with the
minors
wrong
and
answer.
stuff.
Yeah, chromaticism. That's the one.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to also experiment with. So I'm trying to work with that, and like how can I move it almost flawlessly and have it sound like good.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
the
how
crazy
can
thing
I-
about chromaticism is like it's like the easiest concept. It's like you're just moving the smallest
step.
note.
Yeah.
Right. But like in order to make it sound good, is like then you start to need to have like some serious theory. Otherwise,
Yep.
or or like chops or whatever. Otherwise, like you're just like it just sounds wrong, like a wrong note. Unless it's like. But like to like do like the cool like barbershop chromaticism, that's tough
So
shit.
that
so.
like that kind of like
Yeah.
yeah. By the light of the silvery moon.
Right,
the
right, right.
silvery moon.
He's got his
But
he's
yeah,
got his
so I'm
crooner
kind of
voice
doing
on.
that, but yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. So, but on drums, I've also been working out of this book. I use a lot of like book stuff, but Rick Latham's Advanced Funk Studies is what I'm working on for my drumming, just so I can get some like
Sweet.
funk background. Because like that's a lot of like the hip hop and like people that want like me to drum for them is
Yeah.
they're doing like more hip hop, more pop stuff, and
Yeah,
it's
you need the
very much
funk.
funk inspired. I'd say
Right.
a lot of like Bruno Mars stuff. A lot of like is very just
Right.
kind of like
Right.
Sly, like coming from like Sly and the Family Stone, Parliament Funkadelic, all that early punk stuff, which I think is funk stuff, I should say.
I've just been
Right. Yeah, I mean,
If
it's
they
what's
wanted to
crazy
do
about
punk,
that
I
stuff is
just
that
listen. Just
you
go,
can
yeah.
do drums through that music and be super basic, but like the second you want to be nuanced, you have to like know your shit big time, because like other there's just I don't know, there's so much crazy shit that I've heard in those genres on drums that are just like, oh, like yeah, like I can play drums on our records, but I could never like fake this kind of thing, like that takes serious discipline. So kudos
Exactly.
to you.
Thanks. Yeah, I started with jazz drums actually, so I was kind of
Oh,
forced
sick.
into doing jazz drums in high school. I was in percussion and band my freshman year, and my sophomore year, the senior left, so my band teacher.
The wonderful Mr. Edward Ledwith calling you out. You get some
On
free clout on
Instagram.
here.
at
on his
wonderful-
no. But yeah, he kind of just said, hey, sit in, and yeah, so I kind of sat in. I had to basically just learn by the winter concert how to play jazz drums.
Nice.
And then but then I feel like the transition from jazz to rock was then a lot easier, or like just rock drums, just because I just take out the swing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because I can do dot to do, but then if I just take out the swing, it's just do dot do. It's just a four on the floor,
right.
simple. So, but yeah, I've been trying to do like a lot of like a drummer who actually does a lot of stuff is Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer. I can't remember his name, but because like especially with blues, you have to be thinking of not just like here's my do dun dun dun, especially like with a shuffle. How do I turn that into something groovy? You know what I mean?
Right.
I use groovy a lot, but especially with that, how can I take a groove and make it groovier? You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm also trying to work on is like, how do I take a simple rock groove and what can I do to it to make it sound not a rock groove while
Right,
having
right,
it
right.
still be a rock groove?
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
totally. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I again, I've studied a little bit of drums, not like a ton, but I know that to like, there's drumming in rock bands, and that's as commendable as like that can be like an awesome thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much to do on the instrument really, and like it's like an entire
Exactly.
lifestyle. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Like even though I have like my set that I play on and everything, I still find sounds that I didn't expect to find.
Oh shit.
A different way you hit a cymbal, a different way you hit a snare. What can I do to alter a full sound? I'm a Deadhead myself, and I love the Grateful Dead. Whenever they do their live, like 20-minute drum solos on stage, there would be times when they're hitting the tops of the heads with like their elbows and
Yeah.
creating like different sounds. They took piano string and strung it across an I-beam of like, and they call it the beam, and
Yeah.
they just hit it with like drumsticks and create these
Oh,
massive
shit.
drones
That's cool
and
as
stuff.
hell.
But yeah, I love all that psychedelic bullshit. But yeah.
So here's a fun drumming story for you, and then we can move on to whatever Alex was about to say. But this is
my
just
thing was music related.
a fun
so
drumming
it'll
story.
tie
So
in.
I was tracking drums for a friend, and because I have drums in my studio, and I'm an alright drummer for like rock stuff and everything like that. But basically, I was tracking drums for a friend, and I don't know like why this doesn't happen more often. I guess it was just like a freak thing. But basically, I hit pretty hard, and the stick splintered. And like it must have got me right in the eye because like all of a sudden my vision was gone in my right eye.
Oh,
And
wow.
like
Oh, my
I like
goodness.
put my hand up to my face and I looked down at my hand and it was covered. It was full of blood.
Ooh.
And I like so basically what happened is like the stick split and it just nailed me in the right eye. And I've still been having
Oh,
some
wow.
like issues from it. I don't know how does that not? I think that's just dumb bad luck. You know what I mean? Because like sticks break. It usually doesn't
Yeah, it's
get you
just-
right in the eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Now, how could you have held your wrist so it didn't
Right, yeah,
happen?
right.
Is what you get from
And
like
my
your...
friend that plays drums is like, maybe you just have bad technique, but then we could talk about it a little longer. I'm like, dude, sticks break, like the thing, just
Yeah.
the projection, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean, like I took a picture right after, and it's just, like, my eye was, my actual eye
Oh,
was
man.
bleeding
Oh
and
my
shit.
god.
Oh, goodness.
So I like drum with glasses on now. I mean, I wear glasses
Yeah.
sometimes, but like now I drum with them too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
as a
So-
precaution. Yeah. So what I was gonna say
Yeah,
before is that my like musical dealings as of recent have just been playing either guitar or bass for a very short amount of time in this very tiny kitchen of mine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been
yeah,
fun. There's the table here, like the corner, and then there's a
Yeah.
little rack, like 3 inches from
Yeah.
my arm over here, and it's the exact
Mhm.
length of my bass that if I sit
Oh, there you
if
go.
I
Yeah,
sit in
yeah.
the right
And-
position, it won't bang anything. But so that's
And it's
Oh,
like
nice.
your bass actually is like it's kind of like it's not like necessarily a short scale, but it's one of those Ibanez's, right? So it's not like a long like a jazz neck or anything like that.
I
right?
think it's full length. It's a
Okay.
pretty long boy.
Huh.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's super weird. I like scuffed it twice and was like, oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Good time.
But yeah, so that's that's studio apartment living with Alex.
Yeah,
make
like I
do.
just recently did like a Facebook live stream, so I still have my stuff set up because I might want to do it again. But it's like
Yeah.
every time I move, like just slightly, I'm like, great, I'm banging into something in my room, stuff. But yeah.
So Cody.
Hey, I'm losing him. I'm losing him, Weber. Start talking.
You're losing me. What do you mean?
I'm losing him.
I'm right
Stat.
here. I'm engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
The audience. I'm losing the audience.
Get out of town.
So Cody, I feel like you've definitely got this before. I feel like I've seen it on your Facebook somewhere, but I got to bring it up. The Magnum ice cream logo. Cause
You know what's fucked up? You know, like these algorithmic ads. I've been getting a shitload of them for Magnum ice cream, and I
Oh,
think they
no.
know. You know, I think they found me.
let me tell you,
It was a concern way early on, and I thought I was going to hear it way more often than I did. I think it's different enough, but it's just like it is pretty like definitely it's fucking close.
like
you know?
I was
like,
walking.
Oh God. But anyway, yeah, I guess for people that don't know, our logo looks really close to the Magnum ice cream logo. It's a delicious ice cream, and I'm glad that they haven't taken me to court.
I was walking through the
Right?
grocery store sometime last week because I wanted ice cream. I needed ice cream for my weekend at quarantine. And I'm walking down the
weekend
ice cream aisle and Stop and Shop, and at the very end of the aisle was like a section of like Magnum stuff, and I just walked, froze, stared at it, and then just kept walking. I was like, okay, I know, and then just kept going.
Right.
And I wanted to take a
Dude,
picture, but I'm
I'm
like,
on-
you know what? No, I'll let it breathe.
Right. I'm amazed it doesn't happen more often. Because even the algorithm, like the one that dictates everything we buy and love or whatever,
Yeah.
has figured it out. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like it's wild. Early on, the thing is while we were still making it, somebody did bring it to my attention, and I wanted to like change the circle to a square around it, and I think the
Yeah.
person that was making the artwork was either tired of revisions or was just really believing that it wasn't close enough. He's like, nah, dude, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, and we've made a lot of T-shirts now, so
Yeah,
can't really change anything.
can't turn back.
Hey, you know what? It's a good tasting ice cream. If it was if it was something that was a negative imagery or something like that, then maybe it would be different. But
But yeah, I mean, tasty ice cream and tasty tunes. What more could you ask
yeah,
for?
yeah, maybe we go into business together with them, So
Dude, right? Could you imagine?
Right? Exactly.
The
I
Great
have,
American
a
Cool
question.
Down with Millington,
Right.
sponsored by Magnum Ice Cream.
right.
Yeah. Oh, sponsored by Magnum, not the ice cream.
You know what's fucked up?
PI,
though? It's
Thursdays
the same
on
color scheme
CBS.
for all three of us. There's the
Yep.
Magnum ice cream, which is black and gold.
Yeah.
There's the Millington, which is black and gold, and then there's the what is the protection.
The
Magnum.
Prophylactic.
Prophylactic,
yes,
thank
yes.
you. It's just also black and gold. So I think honestly there could be like a three-way. I don't want to go too far. into
Yes,
this,
let's do it. Yo,
But,
the Magnum sponsored three-way.
oh man.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
both logos right now. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
You're totally fine.
Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely like it'll make you think of the other one. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah,
oh,
because I was just walking and was like, oh, yeah. And then I kept going.
Do you guys hear
There
this
you
new
go.
ice cream band?
this is just an ice cream. Yeah.
Do you boys
This
do
is an
the
ice
do you
cream.
boys do
Ice
the
cream.
jingle for that ice cream brand?
That might be a cool name.
Your one friend said there,
Pick it up.
they are not an ice cream band. They are to an ice cream band. Come on. Cold in the City, Jingle Bells. Just crazy. That's ice cream
They're more
music
like
right
post
there,
ice
man.
cream.
Big man on campus. I know
Oh,
I've
yeah,
said
there
that
you
to a guy with an ice cream cone one time. I know I walked by and goes, you're the big man on campus.
Oh my god.
Have you ever been a big man on campus?
No,
Cody?
no, I was
No.
I was an unpopular person in both high school and college.
Me too. How about you, Alex?
How could I be a big man on campus when I have to live in your fucking shadow at SNU, Richie?
Oh God, who said you're living in my shadow? I'm living in other people's shadow there.
Dude, I'm fucking joking around.
It's about legacy. It's about legacy. What you leave behind. Your honor.
But anyway, I'm probably gonna have to take off in just a second here. But how long? We went like an hour, right?
We just hit the hour
Yeah, we
mark.
went
I
a
was
little
gonna
bit.
wrap it up in a bit. So
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say, do you need like, is it like we're under contract, we have to do an hour and a half, or like
no, we
or
can
like
we can
Oh.
we're,
We kinda
we're
just-
freestyling this thing. I was gonna try to wrap it up.
Yeah, we
soon
go as
anyway,
long
'cause
or
it's
as
8.
short as we want. Sometimes if we're tired, we might log in and say, hey, here's 2 minutes of me screaming at you. And then tomorrow expect 2 minutes
I
of
was
getting
kind of
screamed
upset
at.
that wasn't featured in my episode.
Oh well, maybe
you
maybe
can't
next
get
time.
that. I'm gonna give you a quick little password to the group OnlyFans, just so you can see that, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, so
good shit.
sounds like we gotta wrap it up. We just hit a nice hour. It's 8 p.m. on March 25th.
Speaking of Magnum, we better wrap it up.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So Cody, real quick, where can everyone find you, and what can we expect in the upcoming days, just so that everyone can get that at the end there.
Right, yeah. So Millington is the name of my band. Millington the Band is our Instagram. Milling Tweets is our Twitter. I think Millington verified, maybe not on YouTube. We're not verified, but we're a music channel. What else? We're on Spotify and Apple Music. Please support the arts. We need your help.
And they're
What
they're-
is your Neopets login?
Oh
So
shit! I had a Scorchio, I had a Flotsam, but I don't remember my login. That's the thing. I had a weird I couldn't get like the premium version because they couldn't send me the code or whatever. So
Yeah.
but I
were
don't
the
remember.
Flotsams little balls? Were they look like little like tribbles? Is that the ones? Are those like the little ball ones and it had eyes and it was like, hey, what's up, I'm a little ball?
I just
Kinda like
remember
a little
Scorchio.
M&M.
I really like Scorchio. I actually went into a limited 2 as a kid. That was a store for girls. That's how it was.
Yes,
marketed.
I love
whoa,
limited
I
two.
remember
But
that name
they
now.
had Neopet plushes there exclusively, and I was like mortified as like this like preteen kid, and I was like, I'm gonna go like get some studded pants and and a Scorchio doll or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, limited 2, where you can also dress like Lizzie McGuire.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
That's pretty much exactly how it was.
And now here he is. He's in Millington with his studded pants.
And you can
He's
too.
talking to 2 little cucks on Skype.
Yeah. So Cody.
Is that how you brand yourself?
That's how
Yeah,
he
we're
brands.
just 2 little dudes.
Oh, cucks. That's how Richie brands everyone.
Yeah, we use a lot of cucks in our like, listen here, you cucks,
Yeah.
like that type of stuff. Like a lot of our posts are cuck language.
Right,
Yes.
right.
But
right.
yeah, thank you so much for coming out and joining us
Oh,
today
yeah.
and talking about everything. It's really cool to finally put a face to the name, even though we've seen pictures of you on your Twitter and
Yeah.
everything. It's really cool to really speak to you about your craft and everything that you do. And I really look forward to seeing what you guys are coming out with soon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome
Yeah.
time.
I was
always.
really
Really
happy
excited.
to be part of the what is the pod? It's a Corona something.
It's
Corona cast.
Yeah, we're-
socially distant.
Socially distant.
Yeah.
In parentheses, Corona cast.
Sure.
I don't know.
We
Yeah,
just have a lot of
Our tagline
Corona
is
beer.
recorded live from quarantine. So
right. Perfect.
Yeah, so
but yeah,
Wait, this is live right now?
no, I wish it was.
no.
No.
Recorded live. Okay. No, we're good. God. Hopefully not. Wait, let me
Oh,
check.
God.
Ah, shit. Damn it. No.
Rats, they got us again. Well, anyway, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to depart.
All right. Thanks
Thank
again,
you so
Cody
much again.
Okonski from Millington. Their new song,
Yeah,
Misery.
real quick, while you're here, can we do our goodbyes as well, just so we can kind of end all together?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we should do that. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm always.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me. Like even at parties and stuff. Like if I know it's ending in 5 minutes, I have to leave first. I don't know what it is. I'm a
Oh,
weird
yeah.
guy.
Oh,
But
I'm,
yeah,
I'm a
I-
big proponent of just leaving places.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. You can find us on Facebook,
Just Facebook.
Skywriting, SoundCloud, and we're gonna be on YouTube coming up. So bear with us and scare with us. And do you, Weber, what do you want to say to these? If you could give one piece of advice about nail removal, what would you give?
Licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
Cody? Perfect.
All right.
All right, guys.
I think that's it. Thanks, everyone, for
All right,
coming
guys.
out. Thanks, Cody,
Thank you so
again.
much.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.